6 trades with the biggest paychecks and how to get in 2025. Look, I'm going to be real with you. Half a century on this planet, 5 decades of breathing air and making mistakes. And you know what I figured out? College isn't the only ticket to the good life. I spent 14 years in the sheet metal union. Came in green as grass as an apprentice who didn't know a rivet from a rabbit. Crawled my way up to foreman. Then I took the leap. Became an HVAC contractor. That was 15 years ago. 29 years total in this game. And let me tell you, I've seen plumbers pull up in Porsches. Before we get started, smash that like button and subscribe. All right, let's get into it. Today, I'm showing you 6 trades that are printing money in 2025 and exactly how to break in. No fluff, no BS. Let's go. Okay, first up. Elevator mechanics. And no, I didn't mean the guy who just pushes buttons. These folks are making bank. We're talking 90 to 120,000 plus a year. Some experienced techs, they're clearing 150K plus. As a contractor, you could be pulling 200K to 300K plus if you play your cards right. Now here's the thing. When I was starting out in sheet metal, I thought I knew what technical meant. Then I met an elevator guy who explained how a traction system works. And my brain melted like butter or hot asphalt. What they actually do. Install elevators, maintain them, fix them when Karen gets stuck between floors and starts panicking calling building management. You're working with electrical systems, hydraulics, mechanical components. It's like being a surgeon, but for buildings. Skills you need. Mechanical aptitude. You got to understand how things move. Electrical knowledge. Problem solving skills. Because every building is different. Not being afraid of heights. Obviously. How you get in. Most elevator mechanics start through an apprenticeship. The National Elevator Industry Educational Program. NEIEP. Runs a 4-year program. You're learning while you're earning. Usually starting around 25K to 35K plus as an apprentice. Then bam, you hit journeyman status and the money flows. No college degree needed, just determination and willingness to learn. Here's a wild fact. There are only about 30,000 elevator mechanics in the entire United States. 30,000 for millions of elevators. The demand is insane. Job outlook? It's growing faster than most careers. By 2030, they'll need even more elevator techs because cities are building up. You're basically recession proof. People always need elevators. Number 2, Powerline technicians. These are the warriors. I'm serious. These folks work in storms, in the dark, hundreds of feet in the air, fixing the thing that lets you binge Netflix at 2 a.m. Starting salary, 50K to 70K plus. Experienced techs, 80 to 110K plus. Top earners and contractors can hit 150 to 200K plus. After working in an HVAC for 3 decades, yeah, that's me. Started as a clueless apprentice in sheet metal. Grinded through union work for 14 years. Then ran my own HVAC contracting business for 15. I can tell you, Powerline work is not for the faint of heart. But man, the respect you get? Unmatched. What's the gig? Installing and maintaining electrical power systems. Working on transmission lines. Distribution systems. Substations. When a hurricane knocks out power for a city, these are the heroes that fix it. Skills needed. Physical fitness. You're climbing poles and towers. Electrical knowledge. Safety consciousness. Electricity doesn't give second chances. Ability to work in extreme conditions. How to break in? Utilities and contractors offer apprenticeships, usually 3 to 4 years. Many community colleges have pre-apprenticeship programs. Some programs are through unions like IBEU. You can start with no experience. They'll train you, but you got to be tough, like really tough. Cool fact, Powerline techs sometimes work hot, meaning they're working on live power lines. We're talking thousands of volts. They wear special suits that make them look like astronauts. I couldn't do it, and I've done some sketchy stuff on rooftops. The job outlook? Strong. Infrastructure is aging. We need more techs to maintain the grid and build renewable energy systems. Hey, quick timeout. If you're watching this and thinking, this sounds amazing, but I have no idea which trade is right for me, I got you. Check out Course Careers. Specifically talk to Coura. This is Course Careers' new AI career counselor. Coura will help you decide if HVAC, plumbing, electrical, construction project managing, construction estimating, architectural drafting, and supply chain coordinator fits your goals. And then you could start the free intro course it suggests, just like students across multiple industries have used to break into high-paying careers fast without any experience or college degree. The intro course will show you exactly what the job is like day to day and teach you how to get hired within 4 to 12 weeks. I'll leave the link in the description and pinned in the comments below. Now back to the money. Number 3 is wild. Commercial divers. Yeah, like underwater welding, inspections, repairs. Starting pay, 50 to 65K plus. Experienced divers, 80 to 150K plus. Specialized underwater welders, some are making 200K to 300K plus a year. As a contractor, sky is the limit, or ocean's the limit. Look, I spent my whole career in HVAC, 14 years in the sheet metal union, another 15 running my own contracting business. And I thought confined spaces were tough. Try being in a confined space underwater with limited oxygen, welding metal, absolute madness, absolute respect. What do? Inspect and repair ships, offshore oil rigs, bridges, dams, pipelines, underwater welding and cutting, salvage operations, even working on underwater renewable energy installations now. Skills needed, obviously, scuba certifications, welding skills. Many start as topside welders first. Physical fitness and health. The pressure underwater is no joke. Calm under pressure, literally. Problem solving in extreme environments. How to get in? Go to commercial diving school. Programs typically last 6 to 12 months. You'll learn diving, physics, underwater welding, rigging, safety protocols. It's not cheap. Courses can run 10K to 20K, but the ROI is fast. After school, you start as a tender, basically an assistant. Then you work up to a diver. Crazy fact, saturation divers, the ones who live in pressurized chambers for weeks at a time, working on deep sea projects, can make 1,000 to 1,500 plus a day. That's 30K to 45K plus in a month. The catch? You're living in a tiny chamber the size of a minivan with other dudes for weeks. But hey, the money? Job outlook is solid, especially with offshore wind farms and aging infrastructure needing inspections.
Hi, quick break here. I've been an HVAC tech for 29 years, and the best way I recommend to get into HVAC without having any experience is through Course Careers' free HVAC course linked in the description. It will teach you exactly how to get hired, and if you decide on the full course, it covers everything you need to get your first job. The full course includes the skills to do the job and everything you need to actually get hired.
All right, number 4. You know this was coming. HVAC technicians. This is my world, my bread and butter, the trade that changed my life. Starting salary, 40K to 55K plus. Experienced techs, 60K to 90K plus. Master technicians and specialists, 90K to 120K plus. As a contractor, 100K to 300K plus, depending on how you run your business. I've been doing this for 29 years total. Started in the sheet metal union as an apprentice who could barely read a blueprint. Worked my way up to foreman over 14 years, then jumped into contracting 15 years ago. Best decision I ever made. What's the job? Install, maintain, and repair heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. Residential, commercial, industrial. You're the reason people don't melt in July and freeze in January. Skills needed? Mechanical and electrical knowledge. Problem solving. Every system is different. Customer service. You're in people's homes and businesses. Physical stamina. You're lifting, crawling, climbing. Willingness to keep learning. Technology changes fast. How to get in? Trade school, community college programs, or apprenticeships. Usually 3 to 5 years. Many companies will hire you with minimal experience and train you. Also, course careers I talked about earlier. You can get EPA certification online in a day. Start working. Learn on the job. I've hired dozens of guys over the years who started with zero knowledge. Within 2 years, they're making $60K plus. Real talk. HVAC isn't glamorous. You're in attics in the summer, crawl spaces in winter, dealing with, let's call it, unfortunate odors. But you're always needed. Economy crashes, people still need AC. Pandemic, essential worker. Robot taking jobs? Good luck programming a robot to squeeze into a 1970s attic. Job outlook is excellent. Bureau of Labor statistics say 5 to 6% growth through 2030. Plus, older techs are retiring. There's a massive shortage. Fun fact, the first modern air conditioner was invented to control humidity in a printing plant, not to cool people. But now, global AC market is worth over $100 billion. You're in a big industry with lots of room to grow. Number 5, plumbers. The punchline of 1,000 jokes. But let me tell you something. Plumbers are laughing all the way to the bank. Starting salary, $45K to $60K plus. Experienced plumbers, $70 to $95K plus. Master plumbers and contractors, $100K to $250K plus. Some commercial plumbing contractors I know, they're clearing $500K plus a year. Nearly $500,000. After nearly 3 decades in the trades, sheet metal union roots, HVAC contracting for at last 15 years, the whole journey, I can tell you that plumbers have one of the best business models in the trades. Why? Emergency plumbing. Emergencies don't wait. Pipes burst at 2 a.m. You're calling a plumber, and you're paying emergency rates. What's the job? Install and repair water, gas, and drainage systems. Residential, commercial, industrial. Everything from fixing a leaky faucet to designing a plumbing system for a hospital. Skills needed. Problem solving. Detective work, honestly. Physical strengths. Pipes are heavy. Customer service. Blueprint reading. Basic business skills. If you go solo. How to get in. Apprenticeship programs, 4 to 5 years, through union or non-union contractors. Trade schools offer programs too, like course careers I talked about earlier. Many community colleges have plumbing courses. Start as an apprentice and earn while you learn. Get your journeyman license, then master license. You can be making solid money within 2 to 3 years. Reality check. Yes, sometimes you deal with sewage. It's part of the job. But you also get to solve puzzles, work with your hands, and be your own boss if you want. And you make great money. Plus, job security, like you wouldn't believe. Fun fact, the word plumber comes from a Latin word for lead, plumbum, Plumbum, because ancient Roman plumbers work with lead pipes. They also thought lead was totally safe. So, we've come a long way. Job outlook, 5% growth through 2030. But reality, it's probably higher because older plumbers are retiring and not enough young people are joining. Last one, number 6. Electricians, the backbone of modern civilization. No exaggeration. Starting salary, $45 to $60K plus. Experienced electricians, $70 to $100K plus. Master electricians and contractors, $100 to $300K plus. Some commercial and industrial electrical contractors, $500K to $1 million plus annually. Let that sink in. I've been in the trade since before smartphones existed. Started as a sheet metal apprentice. Put in 14 years with the union, then 15 years running my own HVAC business. And electricians have always been the ones with the most opportunities. Why? Everything runs on electricity. What's the job? Install, maintain, and repair electrical systems, residential wiring, commercial buildings, industrial facilities, solar panel installations, EV charging stations, smart home systems. The scope is massive. Skills needed: strong understanding of electrical theory, math skills, calculations are constant, color vision, wiring coding matters, safety consciousness, electricity kills, attention to detail, keep learning, codes change, technology evolves. How to get in? Apprenticeship programs, 4 to 5 years, through IBEW, union or independent contractors. Trade school and community colleges offer programs. Also, course careers I talked about earlier. You need to pass licensing exams. Journeyman, then master electrician. Start as an apprentice making $30K to $40K plus. By year 4, you're making $60K plus. Then you hit journeyman and the real money starts. Here's what I love about electrical. Specialization options. You can focus on residential, commercial, industrial, low voltage, solar automation, etc. Don't like one area? Switch to another. The license transfers. Wild fact: the global electrical service market is expected to hit over $300 billion by 2027. Solar installations alone are growing 20% a year over year. Electric vehicles need charging infrastructure. Electricians install that. Smart homes, data centers, renewable energy. Electricians aren't just in demand now, they'll be in demand for decades. Job outlook: 7% growth through 2030. But again, that's probably conservative. Plus, electricians have some of the best union benefits in the trades. Health insurance, pension, training is solid. So there you have it. 6 trades that are printing money in 2025. Elevator mechanic, Powerline technicians, commercial divers, HVAC techs, plumbers, and electricians. Every single one of these careers can change your life. No student debt. No 4 years sitting in a lecture halls wondering if your degree will even matter. Just real skills, real work, real money. Look, I started in the trades because I didn't have a better option. That's the truth. I was young, broke, and had no clue what I wanted to do. But the sheet metal union gave me a shot. I learned. I worked. I climbed. 29 years later, I've built a life I'm proud of. I've traveled. I've built a business, all from working with my hands. And you can too. These trades aren't backup plans. They're the plan. They're careers with dignity, purpose, and respect. When the power goes out, who do people call? When the pipes burst, who saves the day? When it's 100 degrees outside and the AC dies, who's the hero? You. Don't let anyone ever tell you the trades are lesser than. I've met too many miserable people with fancy degrees and massive debt. I've met too many happy, wealthy tradespeople who love what they do. The choice is yours. But if you're even thinking about it, do it. Take the leap. Start the apprenticeship. Enroll in the program. Make the call. Your future self will thank you. If this video helped you, smash that like button. If you want more unfiltered career advice, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And remember, a plumber, an electrician, and a carpenter walk into a bar. The plumber says, "First round's on me. I just fixed a leak and made a fortune." The electrician says, "Lucky you. I'm still waiting to get paid. The client keeps resisting." The carpenter looks at both of them and says, "Well, at least you two showed up at the same day you said you would." Peace out.